We live twice, once in the moment and once in our minds, and too often it's the second life, the imagined one, that buries us. You lie awake at night not because of what happened, but because of what might. You replay conversations, simulate outcomes, obsess over every possible misstep. This is overthinking. But what if the ancient Stoics, men who faced exile, plague, war, and death, could show us how to silence the storm within, not by escaping life, but by facing it, eyes wide open? Overthinking is not just a habit. It's a subtle form of self-torture. It is fear dressed as foresight. It's our need for control turned inward until it consumes us. But what if we could retrain the mind to serve us rather than enslave us? This is where Stoicism begins, not as cold indifference, but as the radical discipline of mastering one's inner world. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let us find that strength together. Overthinking distorts reality. It whispers lies in our ear. What if they think less of me? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? The Stoics trained themselves to see clearly, to separate what is from what we imagine. This is the foundation of the dichotomy of control, a concept championed by Epictetus. Some things are in our control and others are not. Write that down, memorize it, repeat it when the spiral begins. Because the overthinker lives in the realm of uncontrollable variables, other people's thoughts, future outcomes, the past. But the Stoic returns again and again to what can be controlled: our judgments, our actions, our effort. Overthinking feeds on surprise. It thrives on the unexpected. But the Stoic prepares the mind through a practice known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Seneca urged this daily reflection. Rehearse them in your mind. Exile, torture, war, shipwreck, all human ills should be before our eyes. Not to become pessimistic, but prepared. When you imagine the worst, not with dread, but with discipline, you train the mind to remain unshaken. So the next time your mind spirals with what-ifs, take control. Don't resist the possibility of hardship. Rehearse it. Familiarize yourself with it. Let the unknown become known. Then it will no longer rule you. All overthinking begins in time, not in the now, but in the before and after. The Stoics, though, often seen as rigid, were masters of the present moment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, confine yourself to the present. Right now, this breath, this choice, this thought is all that exists. The future, a shadow, the past, smoke. So why suffer? In ghosts and fog? When the mind begins to wander, we bring it back, not with force, but with philosophy. We return to the present because it's the only place the Stoic acts, the only place the Stoic lives. Overthinking is the child of comfort. When life becomes too soft, the mind becomes too loud. That's why the Stoics voluntarily embraced discomfort. Cold baths, simple meals, sleeping on the floor. Not for glory, not for punishment, but to remember, we are stronger than we think. Seneca wrote, "Set aside now and then a number of days during which you will be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, and ask yourself, is this the condition I feared? Through hardship we build resilience, and when the mind tries to panic, we remind it, we have faced worse, and we endured." At the root of overthinking is resistance, to life, to outcomes, to the unknown, but the Stoic learns to embrace it all, to love fate. Amor fati Nietzsche, echoing the Stoic fire, said, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." Let that settle deep. We do not just accept the fire, we become it. Every setback, every failure, every sleepless night becomes fuel. The Stoic is not broken by life. They are forged by it. So how do we stop overthinking? We don't silence the mind by force. We discipline it through clarity, courage, and control. We remember what Epictetus taught. It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. We change the judgment. We reclaim our power. We stop overthinking not because life becomes easier, but because we become stronger. This is the way of the Stoic. Not cold, not unfeeling, but still. And in that stillness, we find liberation. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius, so the next. Time the storm rages in your head. Remember, you are not the storm. You are the mountain it crashes against. We walk the Stoic path together, and on this path there is no room for fear, only fire.